Literally any color. My boss, he graduated from one of the leading art schools in Poland. For me, his color match is unbeaten. He can basically look at something and tell you exactly what colors are in there,
what went into
how
it,
much oranges and how many yellows, stuff like that.
Can I check out that one too?
Yeah.
That one's cool. Check this guy.
Yeah, so he'll go in, he'll see what you got, like your flooring, your cabinets, everything like that. He'll also get your idea what's going on, what you have, what you think will look nice.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Ask the Trades. In this episode, I was driving along and I saw these guys on the side of the road working in an enclosed trailer. And I thought to myself, what in the world are they doing in there? So I walked up and asked the guy. Turns out he was doing faux wood beams. These things were really interesting. You know, like the wooden beams that they put on ceilings? Super cool stuff. It was made out of styrofoam, but looked just like real wood. This guy is living proof that small businesses do exist. So stick around and be sure to like and subscribe. You guys, so you make every single color, design, all of it by hand?
Yeah, so boss makes each color depending on flooring, cabinets, whatever the client wants. We do custom finishes on everything. This is the hand texture. This is also a hand texture. But we got brush finishes with darker finishes. We got brush finishes with lighter finishes.
So do you start, I noticed these are like these big long ones are all the same color. Guys is that?
This one is one job.
Oh, okay. Holy cow, really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
We buy it just the normal white packing styrofoam. We got a company here that does it for us. Only thing is we can only buy in 8-foot long pieces. So anything longer than 8 foot is gonna be glued together.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Got seams on them. So we got to get all the styrofoam, depending on the size, everything like that, glued together. We got to put a little spackle on the connection so that you don't actually see the line.
Yeah.
Texture whole thing, paint the whole thing. Boss mixes a couple different colors, and then we do everything else. Hit it with a rock, put some cracks into it.
Like ding it up, make it look like real wood.
Yeah, so we gotta distress it by hand. Everything is done by guys in the shop. So you seen us two?
Yeah.
We got one other guy that stays in the shop.
Wow.
And then the owner of the company, he runs around, he talks to clients, gets what they have in their mind, colors, sizes, everything like that.
That's brilliant.
We've been in business since 2001.
Oh, okay.
Not always the beams, but always like the faux finish design.
Right.
So he used to do faux finishes on the walls from about 2001 to about 2008 to the crash and everything.
Okay.
Everything slowed down for that. Took all his knowledge, what he learned from there, put it on the styrofoam beams. Now we got faux wood beams.
How long have you been doing the beams?
I've been with Mariusz for about 8 years now.
8 years?
Yeah.
That's cool. Do you like it?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
So I've done everything in Arizona, from roofing to line work to asphalt and concrete. It's the best job I've had, man.
Nice. Yeah. That's cool.
The other trades, they can kind of get away with paying you a bit less.
Yeah.
It's brute strength. They could pay anybody. So
yeah, exactly.
It takes a bit of thinking, bit of knowledge on, bit of carpentry, stuff like that.
Little finesse.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Not too bad.
Well, I'm glad they're taking care of you, man. I mean, that a lot of the guys this episode you and I are doing right now, this is episode 9.
Yeah.
So I release one every week.
So this guy,
a lot of the guys that I'm talking to are feeling pretty disgruntled these days, man. So it's like nice.
So it's the difference between a big company and a small company.
Yeah.
Me, I have one-on-one conversations with my owner.
Yeah.
My boss is my owner.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That helps.
Big companies, they could just kind of screw you over.
You're just a number at that point, yeah.
Go get somebody else. Somebody else is always looking for work.
Yeah. That's kind of how it is with where I'm at. It's like you said, like I know I can walk right in and talk to the owner at any time.
Yeah. That's kind of what gives me a bit of leverage. I have a one-on-one relationship with my owner. I'm not just a number to him.
Yeah.
He knows my kids. He knows my wife.
Yeah.
He knows everything. Like, so it's more like a family here.
That's
Big
awesome.
Companies, you're just a number to them.
Are you?
See how much money we can generate off of these people.
You said you have a couple guys in the shop, and then you and your partner there.
Yeah. So me and my brother. Yeah. Me and my brother, we run the installs, and then we got one guy that'll stay in the shop. He does basically all the finishing work. We'll do gluings, but most of my job is dedicated to installs. I'm the only one that drives the trailer.
That's true small business right there, man. That's cool. Are you guys based out of Phoenix? Or?
Yeah, so we're right off of the 17 and the 101. But
cool.
We go everywhere, man. We're in Flagstaff, we're in Prescott. Right now, one of our bigger buyers is the Toll Brothers. They've got us pretty locked up. So
nice.
anytime they're building a community, we're probably in it. So we're in Whisper Ranch. We're in Sereno Canyon and Scottsdale. We're in what is the one? Sterling Grove right here off of the 303. Like, we're everywhere.
Awesome, man. So, what would be like what? I just realized I'm not on camera for any of that. So what would be like the common uses for this, like applications for this? Obviously, like
this is
mainly indoor.
Yeah, we have done it outside, but standardly this is going to be giving you the look of a more indoor, like open wood feel for your ceiling. So we do a lot of big trussing systems. Yep. So the one we just did. Not that big of a job, but it still adds quite a bit of character. As soon as you walk into the door, you with the naked eye, you can't really tell if that's real wood. So you got to get.
Yeah, when I pulled up, I asked him. I was like, "What you got going on there?"
Yeah, and I think that's kind of what helps us look so real. Is nothing sprayed into a mold, nothing, like everything is done by hand. So there is minute mistakes. There's little things, but if you cut open a tree,
same with nature. Yep. Nature isn't perfect, right?
So while every beam looks uniform and nearly the same, they're not the exact same.
That's
everybody
cool.
bit of hand. The hand placement from me to him is different. Brush placement from me to the other guy is different, so all beams are kind of unique in themselves, just like a real piece of wood would be.
How do you attach this stuff?
Screw and glue.
Really?
Yeah. So for these, we got a 6-inch long lag that'll run through it. The timber locks.
Okay.
We got to be careful what we use on it. Styrofoam's kind of volatile.
It can split and.
So it's volatile itself. So like harsh chemicals, heavy acetones will just eat right through it.
Yeah.
It'll melt it, turn it into nothing. So for the glue, we just use a normal expanding foam. Foam with foam. Can't go wrong there. That great stuff in a can. I don't know if you've messed with it or anything. It is a nightmare.
Really?
Nightmare. But yeah.
So you can run a lag bolt through it? Do you have to like pre-drill, or you just probably run through it slow, right?
Yeah. So you
go right through it?
Yeah, so it's just normal styrofoam. So like, I don't know if when you were a kid you like hack up styrofoam or anything, but no, you just
go right through it.
We intentionally put the little knots to try and kind of give us somewhere to hide, but also wood is going to have these imperfections, especially older pieces of wood. They've been around for thousands of years, hundreds of years, are going to get thrown in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty easy work, man.
That's awesome, dude. I always like kid the people at my company saying, man, I wish they could make these shower walls out of styrofoam.
Yeah. So I used to do asphalt and concrete in Arizona for $10 an hour.
Oh, yeah. No, thankfully I get paid decently, but we were just talking. I'm like, man, even decently still needs to be more with the cost of living nowadays, man. It's
right
like
now,
not even keeping up.
Everything, yeah. I get paid a decent wage, but my wife, she doesn't work.
That's good.
So, but it's hard.
Relying on one income, for sure.
It's really hard.
Yeah. Are you a Arizona native or?
Yeah, born and raised.
Same here. Right on, dude.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
West side or east side?
I was actually south side.
South side, okay, like South Phoenix area?
Yeah, so
Okay.
when I was going to school, it's a lot of Mexican friends.
Yep.
A lot of black friends. So
Yep. I went to Thunderbird, so I was Phoenix, but more like a little further north.
I was down on 16th Street, Maryland, but Bethany area.
So, oh, okay.
That's where I went to school.
You weren't too far from me, but
now it's a much better area.
Yeah.
You drive through here.
It's all upscale now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gentrified everything. Added the bars, added the little stores.
Oh yeah, it's all foo-foo now, huh?
Yeah, 100%.
That's cool, man. So I see you got this all loaded up. How many jobs do you typically do in a day?
So it all depends on the size. So I should be able to finish this one and that one today.
Nice.
But it all depends. So if the job's only got 4 beams and they're fairly close to each other, I can do 3, 4 maybe.
Yeah. You're not like trying to kill yourself, but going at a decent speed. Going from like the really hard work to this, it's cake. So like I don't take a break. I work my full 8 hours, just get it done. Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
Before it's like trying to take a break whenever you can, because you're running 12, 13-hour days.
How in the world did you come across this?
Craigslist.
Really? Yeah. That is so crazy, man.
Yeah, so probably 2016, I was getting messed around with at a landscaping company. They promised something before I got in.
Yeah.
Totally different when I got in. I left that job. I was on Indeed, I was on Craigslist, I'm on everything looking.
Yeah.
See this, and he's looking for a driver. I could drive. I got a license.
Yeah.
Need somebody to pull a trailer. I've pulled trailers before. Give him a call and we set up an interview. He's a Polish guy.
Yeah.
So a bit harder to understand, but go in face to face. I thought it was weird. Craigslist.
Yeah, you're like, is this legit?
Yeah, we make beams out of styrofoam. And I'm like, okay.
Right.
But meet up with him. He's a genuinely nice guy. He's European, so But no, he taught me the trade. He taught me everything I know about what we do here. It's been great, man.
That's cool.
On an off chance on a Craigslist, but
yeah, I mean, dude, you never know. It's like, especially when you're looking, it sounds like you were probably pretty unhappy where you're at. And when you're looking, man, it's like,
I was willing to take
try them all. Man. Try them all.
I started having babies when I was young, so we just start working.
Yeah. So what kind of advice would you give to like a young guy, let's say starting out, fresh out of high school, doesn't really want to go to college or have,
Those guys are going to have a rough time with it. So they don't really want to listen to any bit of advice that you have for them. They want to find it. I know I was that guy before.
Knew everything.
You can't tell me. I'll go out and I'll do big things and don't worry about me.
Yeah.
But like for those guys, you can't really tell them. For me, I was a bit rough before my wife said, "Oh, I'm pregnant."
Yeah.
That's when it.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
That's when life starts, huh?
That's because before, no responsibility.
Yeah.
I ain't got to worry about nobody else. It's just me.
Yeah.
She comes and goes, whatever.
Yeah.
Now I got bloodline. My babies are coming.
Yeah.
I got to work for that. I got to provide a house. I got to provide clothes, food, everything like that. So it takes a mind shift. Because back in that time, you were still young. High school, college, girls, everything like that. You need something like that.
Yeah, so I would agree.
You're not going to find many 18-year-olds that was like me. Like I was working 2 jobs. I'm doing asphalt concrete during the day, and then at nighttime going to do roofing. Like it's just a different time, man. Everybody wants to be a Twitch streamer or a YouTuber.
Or they want to be some lame YouTuber.
It's
like I'm one to talk.
It works for some people, but if you're gonna take that 18-year-old mindset and say, "Oh, I'm gonna build a YouTube channel," "Oh, I'm gonna be famous."
That's why I wanted to do these, because I'm like, I feel like guys like I think I can include myself. I mean, I've been same story.
Okay.
But guys like us, I think, have something to say. You know what I mean? People can learn something from this, whereas it's like, so much of the stuff I feel like on YouTube and stuff, it's all just BS. This is
always
real.
the same.
Like I just pulled up and
we
started
just
talking to
met
this
each
guy.
other.
Yeah.
Just drove by, see
Yeah.
some shit going on, was like, oh,
Yeah,
let me see.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like that's where you get like the truest conversations out of people. You get the no bullshit answers out of them. You get the real deal. You know what I
Nobody
mean?
has time to rehearse nothing.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Unscripted, man. Yeah, I would agree on the family thing because like it had the same effect on me. I mean, I was fairly responsible, but like, man, once I became a dad,
And it's a different.
you don't
thing.
matter anymore
Yeah.
once you're a dad.
Yeah.
Like I don't
Before
matter
it
at
was
all.
Selfishness. Oh,
Yeah.
what am I gonna do? Who am I gonna hang out with? What are we
Right.
gonna do? Now it's, what is she doing? Is she
Mhm.
okay? How is she doing? Like,
Yep.
it totally flips how you act.
Oh, big time, man.
Totally.
Yeah. I'm taking up all your time. What are we at even? Oh, we're only 14 minutes, dude.
Yeah, now this is usually one of the slower parts of my day because he does the touch-ups, he does all that stuff.
So is he more of like do the painting part of it, or are you guys both sharing that, or?
So we got a hierarchy here.
Uh-oh.
I use a lot of the brain, so he has to use a lot of the brute force,
Okay.
stuff like that. So whereas I used to do touch-ups and everything, now I'm doing the calculations, I'm doing the layout, so it just kind of shifts. Like
Okay.
when you first get onto a job, you might have to clean the toilets or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of one of the parts of the job.
Gotcha. Yeah, I understand that. So on a layout, like, I mean, these suckers are long. I gotta show how long this thing is.
So
Okay,
these
so-
ones are 300 inches.
300 inches long.
Yep.
So that's, I'm trying to put that in feet. What is
We got 25 foot.
this is a 25 foot,
Yeah.
or
So
this is probably,
24, but we added a little bit onto it. But 300 inches is 25 feet.
okay, 25 feet.
Yeah.
So you gotta figure, I mean, they're pulling this with this gigantic enclosed trailer.
Yeah.
That was one of the first things, because I know these trailers are freaking heavy, man.
Yeah.
And I was like looking at that going, holy shit, man. Like,
We used to pull it with a 2002 Explorer.
no way.
Yeah.
No way. Get out, dude.
And it did that for, I don't know, probably 2 or 3 years.
Was it dying or
Yeah,
what?
the transmission was like, I'm done. I'll see you guys
The
later.
transmission has officially left the
Yeah,
chat.
I mean, but if Ford has anything going for him, he was towing out of the regulations for a long time, and he kept on going.
Man, yeah, these enclosed trailers are heavy.
Yeah, so a lot of it is like, because we just keep the ladders stored, we keep everything stored, so there's
Yeah.
not the 40 minutes in the morning
Loading,
ladders,
unloading.
loading scaffolds, everything like that. And then,
Will this accommodate pretty much any size beam?
yeah,
I mean,
so basically if you go bigger than what I got here, so I got about 330 with the little angle that it's got here.
yeah.
So if you go bigger than 330, we do a little intricate cut, like a little puzzle lock cut, and then
Piece
you
them
lay it
together.
on the floor, or lay it on like this, but yeah, and then I'll put it back together whenever we get to the job.
And those are like those rolling scaffolding setups, so you can do that, so you guys can be right up there and
Yeah,
That's
so
a sweet
typically,
setup, dude.
Like for this job, I'll probably use the scaffolds.
yeah.
For this one, it's such
This
a
big
small
one?
job. Yeah, for the one we just did, it's such a small job. I can reach across the whole
Yeah.
plane, so it's no big deal. These scaffolds, they're a lifesaver, man.
Heck yeah.
So we got the normal steel scaffolds you buy from Home Depot or whatever, the yellow ones. They're just heavy, man.
Yeah.
These, they're aluminum. They got wheels. They fold up.
Those just fold straight out, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are nice, dude. Yeah, I can remember I did commercial electric work for a while, and you know the ceiling grid in like commercial buildings, that's what they use, man. And you see them, here's another treat for you guys on the audio.
A little diesel work.
I did this interview with this underground plumber, man, and this guy was emptying trash cans. And, oh, dude, like, it was killing me, man.
These construction trash cans when they come and dump
Yeah.
them? Oh, my God, man.
Oh, if you check out the channel, you got to watch the underground plumber.
No, for sure I'll look at the
Dude, he went off, too, man. He was like, he was not in a good mood that day. But no, I was gonna say though, those ceiling grid guys, man, they have those things. They were just climbing up and down them, and
yeah. So with that, I can reach about 7 feet.
okay, yeah, that's
So the wheels come up probably another 2 foot, and then I got these 2 little extension pieces that are 6 foot or so. But
so
yeah,
you can add that.
I can reach up pretty high. The longest beam I've probably done is 53 feet.
Oh, okay.
We did it inside of the church. But yeah, the highest I've probably been is, well, we had to use a scissor lift that the guy provided. I think it was 27 feet tall.
Oh wow.
To the peak.
Wow.
So he had a big enough house he could drive the little scissor lift right through the front door.
Must be rough.
Yeah.
Must be rough.
Hey, that was a
Oh, I bet you see some badass houses with this stuff.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we also work with another home builder. Well, they're not really a home builder. They're more of a remodel real estate company here, the Brandon Tonys. So they do a lot more of the upscale, like big mansion type things.
Yeah.
So we were
Like
just,
South Mountain type
Yeah,
stuff.
like right there in Paradise Valley in DC Ranch in Scottsdale. So those houses are massive, man.
I did quite a bit of DC Ranch back in the day, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and McDowell Mountain Ranch and all that area up there. Thompson, what is it? Thompson Ranch,
Yeah,
Thompson
yeah,
Peak.
Ranch.
Yeah, that area is $5.
Yeah, so Paradise Valley is probably like where we got the most millionaires living, but close Scottsdale.
Yeah.
Scottsdale, we got a lot of people.
So you said,
courses.
you mentioned you did a church in there. So do you guys do commercial applications with it as well then?
To be honest, we'll do
Or anything?
We'll do
Anything and
anybody,
everything?
basically anybody that comes our way and they've got
Makes
something
sense.
feasible that we feel like we could do.
Yeah.
Pick it up.
That's cool.
So we do floating truss systems. We do there's a hotel down in Tempe right off of the mill. I forget what it was. We just did 8 beams in there that are basically floating. So we have to hang tension wires. We have to put mechanisms on the inside of the actual beam.
Okay.
Instead of being a solid beam, it's going to be a U-shape. So we can hide all our mechanisms inside, our tensioners, everything like that. But since I've been here, there's really no job that's too big or out of our scope that we don't think we can do. We do tongue and groove out of styrofoam. We make some braces, some decorative straps that go on them.
Yeah.
We do anything you could think about, we can do it.
That's cool. I mean, dude, if you want, I can totally give the company a shout out on there. I don't know if you guys want, but
our company's name is Color Essences.
Color Essences?
Yep. We're run by a Polish guy. His name is Mariusz. But yeah, he's a good guy, man.
So if you guys need some faux wood stuff done, I would definitely hit them up because this stuff looks amazing. And I mean I see it. I don't know which I like more, this darker look or...
Yeah, so we even do even a dark color. So I'll do that. So this will be more of our like dark.
Oh wow.
Dark maple type of finish, of dark walnut. So literally any color. My boss, he graduated from one of the leading art schools in Poland. For me, his color match is unbeaten. He can basically look at something and tell you exactly what colors are in there,
what went into
how
it,
much oranges and how many yellows, stuff like that.
Can I check out that one too?
Yeah.
That one's cool. Check this guy.
Yeah, so
that.
He'll go in, he'll see what you got, like your flooring, your cabinets, everything like that. He'll also get your idea what's going on, what you have, what you think will look nice. Typically we go about an inch of beam for every foot of ceiling.
And say that again? You do a what?
We'll typically go about an inch of beam
Okay.
for a foot of ceiling. So if the ceiling is 8 foot tall, we'll typically go 8 or even a 6.
Okay.
If you've got a 20-foot ceiling, they'll be much more substantial beams.
And you'll do like a border around and maybe like some going.
Oh, it all depends. So
however.
So Toll Brothers is really the only ones that do that. So they had me do whole border all the way around the room, 25 by 15 foot room, and then 7 beams in the middle.
Oh
of that.
wow!
So you have a full
That's
wrap
a lot.
around, yeah, and then 7 evenly spaced beams all the way down.
Wow.
But we've done so many.
This just looks so freaking real, dude. It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like, are these streak marks on there? Is that just the paint, or have those
No,
been?
so that's done by
like,
hand by the texture.
That is so crazy to me.
So we'll kind of put like a drywall compound on there
Yeah.
to hide the bare styrofoam,
Right.
and then just kind of run your hands till you kind of get. There is no real,
Yeah.
like, oh, that's good. It's whenever you feel like it's good.
But when they're looking at it, they're not looking at it painted though either.
Nope.
So they kind of have to get a little bit of a feel for
so
what that's going to look like. You
definitely. Before we used to primer all the beams and everything like that, but now we're so confident in the way our hand is dragging, the way it looks off of the lights. The styrofoam is white. The drywall on the outside is white, so sometimes it's hard to tell if you've got good buildup or not, but
Yeah.
we've been doing it so long that there's no need to primer the beams, so you have a color differentiation between the two.
How do you do that where so like if you got, like one wall's going, do you just kind of butt them up like that, or do you like miter cut them together?
Typically if they're meeting like that, typically we just try and go 1 inch smaller, half inch smaller, 1 inch smaller, so so that. But no, we have done it like that. The only thing is it stays more like this.
Yeah.
So on this one, we kind of sanded the corners down, we kind of rough them up a little bit.
Right.
If they're just gonna meet flush, we leave the factory corner so that when it meets,
It's a nice tight seam.
There is a little bit of a seam, but there's nothing too noticeable.
I see what you're saying though, how it would probably look better to have we call that like a reveal, right? Yeah, like where it has like a bit of a reveal.
So and then typically whenever I'm going into the house, there's gonna be tension from both sides.
Right.
And then when you push,
it makes that tighter.
You got it. So, and it looks really clean.
Yeah.
No need for caulking, no need for anything like that, because obviously you can tell it's 2 different pieces of wood.
Yeah.
They're crossing in different directions, so you would expect something like that.
Yeah.
Now, if I had that like this in the middle of the beam,
then you'd be going, what the heck?
Then we gotta fix that.
Right.
But there's stuff that's a bit, I don't know. So since it's gonna be normal, we don't worry about it too much.
That's cool. That is way cool, man.
But some houses, they got the crown molding, so we'll have to have to make a template. We'll have to cut the crown into there. So just like normal carpenter work.
Yeah. Do you have like a little jig that you use for it, or
no, so
just freehand?
Done off of so I'll bring in, say this is the piece. I'll screw the piece right there as close as I can get it. I'll build it out with some templates.
Oh, okay.
That's only off chance that they don't have the crown.
Right.
A lot of the times we're working in new construction, so I'm like, oh, just give me a piece of the crown, a copy of the crown on there. We're good. Pre-existing homes, been built 40, 50, 60 years ago. They don't have that crown anymore.
No.
So
that's cool. So what do you say for final words of wisdom, man?
Man, you just gotta work. Quit bitching so much.
There you go.
Everybody's bitching so bad, man.
Get out there and do it, huh?
You gotta go out there and work.
I hear you, dude.
If everybody's bitching, no work's getting done. Man.
Yep. Well, what do you think? Should we get back to work then?
Yes, sir.
Right on, bud.
Hey, man. I appreciate you.
Yep.